Hello, and welcome to the introductory session of Leadership in the City, a new professional development program for Extension educators, specialists, and administrators interested in improving our work in Ohio's largest cities. I'm Julie Fox, Associate Chair for the Department of Extension. This module is to introduce you to the content, the context, and the competencies that are woven throughout this professional development program. The instruction will be based on a flipped format, and by that I mean you'll have instructional modules prior to actually getting together as a group in our on-site and our online sessions. We have a number of learning resources with each of our modules. We'll take a look at learning motivation and community learning, or learning communities, so that those theories are woven into what we do. At the end of today's session, we'll review, we'll reflect, and we'll get ready for what's ahead. The purpose of this program is to help you to improve your own professional development. That's really at the core of it. And we do that through the competency-based model. We looked at the literature on extension competencies, urban leadership competencies, entrepreneurial leadership competencies, and kind of brought that together to see what that can mean for you as a professional moving forward. The other purpose is to improve your city, to make sure that our work is as locally relevant as possible, to come together as a team with OSU Extension in the city and to be responsive statewide, and also to share what we do and to continue to be recognized nationally. Leadership in the city is focused on Ohio's largest cities and really what important things emerge there. The curriculum has three important elements, using here the idea of each drop of water can make a difference in coming together. The first one is entrepreneurial leadership, your entrepreneurial network there in your city, and entrepreneurial innovation. So what do we mean by entrepreneurial leadership? Well, with entrepreneurial leadership, it's that context of you as a leader. And I don't just mean with the entrepreneurial concept meaning new ways of finding funding. There's a lot that goes into that, and so we'll go in depth so you have a broader understanding of what that means and can really apply it to your work. We'll also look at the city context so that you can tap into the data and the resources to help you have a good grasp on what has been happening in your city, what's emerging in your city, and how you can apply everything that we talk about to your city. We'll also look at the land-grant university and extension context. That's the world that we work in. We have some tremendous resources we can tap into and kind of understand that unique element that extension brings to the city. The second part of the program is on entrepreneurial networks and looking at working with elected officials. It's a big part of what we do. And in the cities, we have many layers of elected officials that we work with, so making some improvements there. And working with our public partners and our private partners. And as you know, in the city, there's a vast number of people that we can work with. We can be at the table, but we really need to look at that strategically and make sure we have a good process in place so that we can have good strategic growth. The third part, building on entrepreneurial leadership and on entrepreneurial networks, is entrepreneurial innovation. The first part of that is innovative program and product development. So much of what we have done in the cities so far is take existing extension programs that weren't necessarily intended specifically for our audiences and for our cities and adapted them. But instead of doing that, I think that now you'll have a skill base to do some program and product development that can be geared specifically to your needs. The next module is on communication in the city, and we'll have some help from our own college to take a look at what that means and how we can better use traditional and emerging technologies to improve our communication in the city. Then we'll look at research and publishing and what's unique about doing that in the city, and also managing our resources, our risks, and our reports so that we can, again, make that communication and management part of it happen. The learning context is you and your city, you and your extension role, and you as your entrepreneurial leadership network, your networks and innovation. So regardless of what city that you're working in and in what program area or your level of expertise, if you're a specialist, or what position you serve in as an administrator, the resources can be applied to your unique situation. I mentioned earlier being a competency-based curriculum, and by the end of this particular module, you'll be able to increase your awareness of the e-extension campus and the Moodle format that we'll be using for this program. Behavior will guide you toward registering and enrolling in the online course so you can access the components that are available only to you as one of the participants of this program. And then long-term, better understanding some adult learning theory, the motivations that go into learning, learning communities, and how you can apply that to your own work. The flip format that I mentioned earlier, again using eXtension's campus, and there's the key, and James Stiving will have a tutorial here for you in a few minutes and guide you toward that registration. And with this flip format, one of the things you're going to have to really make as a priority for yourself is how you can create good learning environments. We can do that in the online and on-site sessions that we have, but much of this work is self-study, and it's done at a time and a place that's most convenient for you in your busy schedule. And so in doing that, whether you're using Moodle or Carmen Connect, or you're on campus or in the city or in your office or in your home office, just giving yourself the best advantage so that you can take that time that you need to make the most of this learning opportunity. I now am going to turn it over to James Stiving, and he's going to walk you through a tutorial on how you can register in Moodle for the online system. Welcome, James.
Hello, this is James Stiving here. Here to show you how to register for the Leadership in the City eXtension online Moodle course. So first thing, you're going to want to get into your browser. It doesn't matter which browser type you use. It's compatible with all major browsers. So you're going to want to go to campus.extension.org, as you can see right there. I'm not logged in right now. I already have a username, but I'm going to create a new one with a different email just to show you guys how it works. If you want to click a new account on the left, think of a username, probably something associated with your name. Something simple. Oh, and you can't use capitals. It has to be all lowercase. And a simple password. And then type in your email. Perfect. And your name. Don't have to say what city or country you're in, but you do have to say what state and county you're in. And then whether or not you're an extension employee. So it's done. To make it active, you have to go to your email and activate it. So it's just, they'll send you an email, they'll have a link in it, click it, and your account will be active. So first hit right there. It says new account has been requested at eXtension Online Campus. Now click the link, confirm, and we're good. So click on courses after you log in. And then your options are to search via the categories or just search the name of the course. This course is under organizational training, but you might as well just type it in because it's easier to find it that way. It is Leadership in the City. Capitalize the E, but that shouldn't matter. Alright, there it is, the only course, teacher Julie Fox. Click on the course. So you can see the course as a guest without registering, as you can see with most other courses. But in order to register, you're going to go to the right-hand side under Administration, click Enroll Me in this course, and then here's the enrollment key. Now this is just like a little password recreated so that complete random strangers can't join in, I guess. But the enrollment key, I'll unmask it so you can see how it's spelled, is Entre Lead 15, like entrepreneur, but just entre. So ENTRELEAD 15. Enroll me. And we're in. Now, things are going to be added to these areas as time goes on, as the courses get released. This will just be the main hub for where you should find the information that you're looking for. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, stiving.3@osu.edu. Enjoy.
All right, well, thank you, James. And as he said, if you need some assistance with that or need those instructions in writing too, we have those available so that you can get online and become familiar with the Moodle program. We'll have a number of learning resources in addition to those that are based in the eXtension campus using Moodle. When you come to the first session later this month, you'll receive a 3-ring notebook with some printed resources. Everything that we'll be talking about that you want to have in print will be there, but we also have a number of resources in Buckeye Box, so that in the spirit of being green, that many of the resources will also be available there. One of the other things that we're integrating into this program is a number of resource people, and they'll be contributing to each of those important topics. Some will be from our college, and some will be from across campus or from the community. When it comes to learning motivation, I recognize that you all have a lot of opportunities to do things and a lot of going on in your life. One of the learning theories that I have worked with throughout my career with OSU is looking at what's called the ARCS model that John Keller developed. And that's that attention to begin with, that you recognize the value of or that OSU Extension in the city is different than doing it in rural areas or suburban areas. You see the relevance for your own work and the team that you're working with. And by taking some of the things you learn for this program and doing some practice with that and developing your competencies, really developing that confidence. So what you do really well and have that level of satisfaction that comes with that. When it comes to learning communities, one of the things I've learned about adult learning is that we all come to a learning experience with prior knowledge and prior learning experience. That can be good or that can be a challenge, because some of the things that we may be doing are based on some things that maybe not aren't as relevant as they were before. And so this gives us an opportunity to learn some new things, and as adult learners bring that wealth of experience, but also recognize that maybe there are opportunities for us to unlearn some things and in its place put some new information and some new experiences. When it comes to community, I recognize that we have different learning styles and different learning preferences, so we'll try to make sure that we are respectful of that throughout the program. Having that safe learning environment where you feel free and comfortable sharing with one another, sharing with us. This is a pilot program, and we want your feedback throughout the program, and we want you to feel like this is a safe environment. You'll have opportunities for formal and informal learning throughout this program, and probably have already started some of that. With this module, as we review, reflect, and get ready for the what's ahead, the content we've talked about, the city context will remain key throughout every module that we have. With each module, you'll see the specific competencies that we're focused on and why they're relevant for urban extension professionals. And also making sure that we have some sense of community so that it's not just this 10-course session, but that we can continue to learn from one another in the future also. Hopefully you'll become familiar and comfortable with the eXtension campus and Moodle. Get comfortable with the flipped format and looking at that commitment each month to do some of that work ahead of time so that when we come together, we can do some problem solving, help each other with our challenges, and actually do some hands-on work and not just have lecture during our online and on-site sessions. Recognize the elements of that ARCS model of motivation and things that you can incorporate for yourself or things you think we should also incorporate. And with each module, we'll have some level of evaluation so we can improve this pilot program. This is the content and the schedule for the 3 primary sessions in each of the modules within: leadership in the city, with entrepreneurial leadership, entrepreneurial networks, and entrepreneurial innovation. We'll also give that to you in print so you can see how that, when the materials are available, is that first date on the left, and then on the right is when we'll actually have the session. So your activities, now that this session is just about ready to conclude, is to use that tutorial James provided and register and enroll in the in the Leadership in the City program and the Extension campus. Look at your goals. We'll send you a worksheet that has a format for you to capture this information, but begin thinking about what you want to improve your knowledge of, what's most important to you with all those elements that we discussed, and if you have other suggestions, certainly open to that. What guidance that you need from us and from others in this program to help you do what's most important to you. And then also connecting with others to explore some ideas. So if there's something that you want to connect with others on, that you want to share with others, share that idea early on so that if there's opportunities to come together, we have that plenty of time to do that throughout the program. I'd also like you to be ready to put together a professional bio that you can share online as well as share with your classmates. So if you don't already have something like that, that's something that you can bring to our next session. We can share, we can refine to make sure that we have the talking points that we want. You have opportunities for additional learning. So if you wanted, there are some Moodle tutorials on the eXtension campus. I have some articles for you in Box and on Moodle on adult learning if you want to know more about that. And since we're at the beginning of this program, if there's a specific research topic that you begin to kind of look at the literature surrounding that, and so that along with this professional development program, if you want to take the opportunity to